guys, what's up? Welcome back to another one of my videos. Today, I'm going to be teaching you guys, as promised, how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube with ease, as I said in my last video on how to solve the 2x2. But, quick disclaimer before the video starts, in my 2x2 video, I said that the corner solving algorithm is R, U, U prime, L, U, R prime, U, L prime. But the actual corner solving algorithm is U, R, U prime, L, U, R prime, U prime, L prime. Alright, yeah, and for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, this was from my how to solve a 2x2 video. So if you haven't watched that, make sure to go check that out before you watch this video. So learning how to solve this will be much easier. Alright, let's get into the video. But before we start this video, take a quick look at this sheet of the movements of the 3x3. So it's very similar to the 2x2. So the first piece of notation is R. So R is basically moving the right side of the cube up. This is R. R prime is moving the right side of the cube down. So R prime is basically R with an apostrophe, and it's the opposite of R, because in R you're moving the cube up, and R prime you're moving the right side of the cube down. Alright, next two notations are U and U prime. So U is moving the top side of the cube to the left, and U prime is moving the top side of the cube to the right. U, U prime. U, U prime. Alright, the last two pieces of notation are L and L prime. So L is moving the left side of the cube up, like this. And as you know, L prime is moving the left side of the cube down, like this. So, now that we've covered the notation once again, we're going to recover the algorithms, in case you guys have forgotten. So, the righty algorithm is R, U, R prime, U prime. So this is what it looks like on a cube, if you guys understand it better like this. R, U, R prime, U prime. R, U, R prime, U prime. That's the righty algorithm. Now the lefty algorithm is L, U prime, L prime, U. That is like this on the cube. L, U prime, L prime, U. L, U prime, L prime, U. Alright, that's the righty and the lefty algorithm. And the corner solving algorithm here is U, R, U prime, L, U, R prime, U prime, L prime. That's U, R, U prime, U, R, U prime, L, U, R prime, U prime, L prime. That's the righty algorithm. So, now that you've learned the three most basic algorithms on solving a cube and the notations, let's get into solving this. So, the first step is making the white cross. So, this is what it looks like once the first step is done. To make the white cross, you need to find the white centerpiece on your cube. Go do that real quick. Pause the video if you want. And then you're going to need to find the white edge pieces. So this is what it needs to look like. So let me show you how to do that. So first you want to find the white center. I've already found my white center. Now I want to pick the center on the bottom to start with. So let's start with red. So what I want to do, since this centerpiece is white and this centerpiece is red, I want to find a red and white centerpiece. So I found it here, and I just want to move it like this There. So this edge is this edge is on the white center now. So that's done. Let's do orange because it's adjacent to red. So I want to use R to move it up to the orange center so that it's connected. And then I want to do U twice so that the white and orange edge piece is in its corresponding place. So now I want to do blue. So it's already right here. So if your edge piece is right here, your blue and white edge piece, just flip the cube over like this, and then move the front face of the cube down like this, and then you want to move it to the right side again. So now it's facing the white center, and then you want to go back to this, like just shift the cube so that the white center is facing you again. Then you want to turn the top side to the right, and while also shifting the cube to the right as well. And then just flick the center part of the cube down, like the center, yeah. And then move it here. And then since the centers are not aligned, you're just gonna want to move them back like this. So now, as you can see, we're 75% of the cross is done. We've got the blue, we've got the orange, and we got the red. So now the green is the only thing left. So I'm gonna find the white and green edge piece. I found it. I'm gonna want to move the centerpiece. I mean, not the centerpiece. I meant the middle layer of the cube down, and then I want to move the bottom of the cube to the left. Now we're done the white cross, but there's one last step. As you can see, the centerpieces are improperly aligned. So you're just gonna want to twist them until they're aligned. So there. So once one color is aligned, you know that all of them are aligned. And quick thing before we go on to the next step, let's just quickly go over the alignment of the colors. So if you're starting with red, orange is adjacent to it. If you're starting with orange, red is adjacent to orange. If you're starting with blue, green is adjacent to blue. If you're starting with green, blue is adjacent to green. So blue, then to the right of it is orange, then it's green, and it's red. So yeah. Okay, now that we've solved the cross, the next step is putting the corners in place. So it's gonna look like this. Let me just quickly use this cube to demonstrate the next step. So it's gonna wanna look like this. Check this out, guys. The white face should be solved, and the corners and the edges should be aligned just like this. All right, let's do it with this cube right now. So let's start with the red, blue, and white centerpieces. So since this is red, blue, and white, we're gonna wanna find a corner piece that's white, red, and blue. White, red, and blue. So let me look over the cube. See, I've already found this white, red, and blue piece over here. So to insert the corners, what you're gonna wanna do is use pieces of the righty algorithm to insert this corner, or to insert the white corners. So first, I'm gonna wanna twist I'm gonna wanna use U prime to twist the top piece, the blue edge piece, so that it's under the red, blue, and white edge corner piece. And then I'm going to want to use the righty algorithm so that these two pieces are now matched. And I'm just going to want to use U to put that back. So as you can see, they're properly inserted now. That's 25% of the second step completed. Now I'm going to want to do the same thing for blue, orange, and white. Let me find a blue, orange, and white piece real quick. So I've already found one here. I'm going to want to bring it down over here. And I'm going to want to use R prime, U prime, R, and U. There. And I'm going to do the same thing for these two corners. And this one. Boom. We've just solved the second step, solving a 3x3. So your cube should look like this right now. I mean, the first layer and the center pieces should look like this. And now let's move on to the third step of solving the cube. So let me just quickly use this cube to show what you're going to want to aim for. So the second step is basically solving the middle layer of the Rubik's Cube. So it should look like this. Okay, so in order to get this, I'm going to need to teach you this step so that you can insert these edge pieces into their corresponding spots. So first, choose which edge piece or center piece you want to start with. So I can start with red. And then you're going to want to find a red edge piece that's either blue or green. So to do that, you're going to have to look at the top layer. All right, I found a blue piece. But as you can see, it's not properly lined. The red should be over here, right? So we're going to move this to the blue. So now it's over here. So the goal is to put this piece to put this piece over here. So the blue and the blue is over here and the red is over here. So to do that, you're going to want to use this algorithm. It'll be easier if I show you. So I'll show and say it at the same time. So first move will be U, and then you're going to want to use the righty algorithm that I taught you. And then you're going to want to flip the cube over. And then you're going to want to bring it up like this. Sorry. Then you're going to want to use L, and then U prime, and then down. There. So in case you didn't understand that, I'll show it to you with another piece. So let me use this piece. So, oh yeah, and if it's stuck like this, you're going to want to use that algorithm again. So that's U, righty algorithm, L, U prime, L prime. That's also now the algorithm to get the pieces out. So let me show you how to insert this piece again. So that's L, I mean not L, I meant U, the righty algorithm, L, U prime, L prime. So now I've gotten a case where I have to do the lefty version of this algorithm. So instead of moving this edge piece to the right, to the left, I'm going to want to move it to the right here and then use the lefty algorithm like that. I'm going to want to turn it over here, and then I'm going to want to use the righty algorithm like this again. All right, now you've completed the first and second layer of this Rubik's Cube. Your cube should look like this. Now we want to do the top layer, which is the fourth step. So what you're going to want to do is make a yellow cross with the edge pieces in their proper place. So this is probably the easiest algorithm you're going to learn, besides the righty and lefty algorithm. So to do this, you're going to want to do this algorithm. Actually, before I show you that, I'm going to show you some of the cases. So the case I have right now is the line. So if I get this case, I'm going to want to move the, before I say anything further, try to get the line to face you like this. So you can't do it like this, get the line like this. So now you're going to want to move the front layer to the right, and you're going to want to do the righty algorithm. And now you're going to want to move the front layer back. So I already moved it up, so now I'm going to want to put it back like this. Now we've made the cross, but there are other cases of solving this. So let me just show you them using this cube. Oh yeah, so this is another case. So what you're going to want to do, try to get the top layer facing this. So the centerpiece is over here. The edge piece is here, and this is over here. And this edge piece is over here. So what you're going to want to do, move the front layer to the right this time. And you're going to want to do the righty algorithm, which creates this case, the case I just showed you. And then you're going to want to do it again to get the cross. Now, there's another case as well that I can show you. Yeah, so this case is the dot. It's called the dot. So don't mind these corner pieces, even if they're like here, or there's like one edge piece over here. Don't mind that. It's just a dot. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to have the cube facing anyway because it's just a dot. So I'll use the red side. And I'm going to want to do a double layer front move. So I'm going to want to move the front, these two layers of the front of the cube to the right like this. And then I'm going to want to use the righty algorithm again. And then I'm going to want to put them back. So whenever you're doing a step like that, you always have to put that back, which gives us the line case. And we make the cross. Now there's one last case that I can show you guys, which is this. Let me just get it real quick. Actually, there are two variations of this case. I'll show you this one. So this is it's the crowbar case. It looks like a crowbar, so that's what I call it. So to solve this case, you're gonna want to move you're gonna want it facing you like this, the top. It should be like this. Don't mind this corner piece. It can be here or here. It won't matter. So what you're gonna want to do, you're gonna want to move the front layers, these two front layers, to the left. Then you're gonna want to do the lefty algorithm. Oops, sorry. Then you're going to want to do the lefty algorithm like this. Then you're going to want to move that layer back. And then you get the cross. Now let me show you the last variation and the last case. 1 second. So this case is the righty version of it. It's the righty crowbar. So don't mind these corners, they have absolutely no relevance again. So now what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to move these two layers, the two frontal layers, to the front layer and the middle layer to the right. Then you're going to want to use the righty algorithm. Then you're going to want to put these two layers back because you moved them over here. So you're going to want to put them back like that. So now you've made the cross. All right. Now the fifth step of solving this cube is to properly align the edge pieces of the cross to their corresponding centers. So to do this, I'm going to teach you an algorithm and some cases of this. All right, so the first case are that 2 edge pieces are in the right places and then 2 aren't. So what you're going to want to do is do this algorithm. R prime, U, and R, U, R prime to get this case. Now, if you've already had this case and you didn't have to do that, that's good for you. But if you've done that step or not done that step and just got this case, then this is what you're going to want to do. So these 2 matched pieces are next to each other, so you're going to want one behind you and then one to your left. And then you're going to want to do the exact same algorithm, which is R prime, U, sorry, not U, I meant R, and then U, down. Now that that's done, no piece will be matched, but you're going to have a piece that matches this one, which matches the one next to the right of it. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to use U prime, so move the top layer of the cube to the right. Then you're going to want to do the same algorithm, which matches all the corners. So there's just one other case that I'll show you. Wait. So a lucky case in solving this cube would be if that there's only one piece matching. So it's basically the last step. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to use the algorithm. Then all the pieces will be matched. That's pretty lucky, if I say so myself. Well, not really. It's actually pretty common. But if it doesn't work the first time, just use the algorithm again, and then the yellow cross will be done properly. All right, so now the 6th step is basically putting the corners in their proper places. So what you're going to want to do is use the corner solving algorithm. But before that, you're going to try to find a corner piece that's in its proper place. So this is in its proper place because the colors over here are red, green, and yellow. And this is also red, green, and yellow, but it's not properly flipped. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to use the corner solving algorithm, which is U prime L, U prime L prime. Now that's done. This remains the same. This remains the same, and the other corners are already matched. So now this is just one case, but I'm going to show you another case with that cube. With this cube. All right, so this case may appear familiar because this piece is in its right spot, but that might not. But getting all the corners in the right place might not be the same case, or might not always happen. That's lucky. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to use the corner solving algorithm. U prime L, U prime L prime. So this corner is in its right place. The others aren't. So since that didn't work, you're going to want to use it again. And now all corners are in its right place, and even this one's flipped. So, guys, I just want to say that when you're solving a cube, and when you're on the step of solving a cube, and this corner is in its place and it's properly flipped, and no other corner is properly flipped, what you're going to want to do is get this to the right. They should be on the right side. If it's here, it won't work. If it's on the left side of the cube, it won't work. So you're just going to want to move the cube, make it so that it's on your right. And then you're gonna just wanna use the righty algorithm until all the corners are in their proper place. All right, guys. Final step, baby. All right, so what you're gonna wanna do, just flip the cube over so that the white side is on top instead of the yellow side. The yellow side will be on the bottom. So now you're going to use the righty algorithm to properly put the corners in their place. So this corner is over here. It's facing here, so I'm going to want to use the righty algorithm. There, it's properly flipped. It's properly flipped and it's in its proper place. So it may look like I'm scrambling the cube, but I'm actually matching all the corners, which will, when done, solve the cube. So now, once you're done with the corner, you're going to want to move the bottom layer of the cube to the left like this, and then use the righty algorithm again, and then like this, do the same thing, use the righty algorithm again. Alright guys, this step doesn't really need much explanation, just you know what to do. There, you just solve the Rubik's Cube. But in the corner solving phase, that might not always happen. Let me just show you what could happen. Okay, here. So if a corner isn't here and it's facing towards you, you're still gonna do the righty algorithm, but a faster way to do it is try the opposite of the righty algorithm. So the righty algorithm is R, U, R prime, U prime. But if you just undo that, just undo that algorithm, try to get used to it with your fingers, then you can easily reverse it. Just like this. Just memorize the movements. So if it's like this, make your hands be able to memorize the movements, and eventually you'll be able to do the algorithm backwards. So if the cube was like that, you would do that algorithm, the opposite of the righty algorithm, twice, which would eventually allow you to solve the cube and end up like this. Alright guys, it's been a video. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bells, or I will send you to Jesus.